The topic for this video was chosen by Alex as their prize for winning last season's Footy A to Z Patreon tipping contest. If you have a burning idea for a video that we just have to make and fancy yourself as a good tipper, you can sign up to this year's contest by supporting the channel on Patreon for as little as $2 a month. Becoming a patron allows us to dedicate more time to producing content and gives you early access and sneak peeks on select videos, the chance to vote on topics throughout 2023, and of course, the opportunity to join this year's tipping league. When Luke Jackson announced he would seek a trade from Melbourne back to his home state of WA, it sent shockwaves through the list management departments of Fremantle and West Coast. The once-in-a-generation chance to capture a footballing unicorn was in their grasp. At 199 centimetres, the disconcertingly agile Jackson is just as capable of pulling down pack marks on the wing as he is sidestepping an opponent and snapping at goal. Ultimately, it was the Dockers who prevailed, adding the mythical talent to their stable for the measly price of pick 13, a future first and a future second. So what exactly does Luke Jackson bring to Fremantle, and will he be able to heave the Dockers into premiership contention? Drafted at pick 3 in the 2019 National Draft, Jackson has accomplished a lot in his brief career. Despite missing most of his first season with injuries, he bounced back to form a dynamic partnership with Max Gawn in 2021, a season which saw him win the Rising Star and become an integral element in Melbourne's premiership success. With Jackson learning his craft, Gawn has still shouldered the majority of the D's ruck work, averaging 51 contests a game to Jackson's 33 this year, although that balance has shifted from 2021's numbers. His hitouts to advantage percentage sits below his mentor's 33.6, but still ranks him alongside well-established players like Toby Nankervis and Tom Hickey. He also contributes a handy 0.5 goals a game and has demonstrated an ability to spark his team from centre bounces. During the 2021 Grand Final, he contributed 1 goal, 13 disposals and a whopping 9 score involvements, placing him behind only Alex Neil-Bullen and Norm Smith medalist Christian Petrarca for the most on the ground. However, it was his involvement in a string of centre clearance wins that broke the game open, a burst of 3 goals in the final minute of the third quarter that will become the enduring memory of his brief time in red and blue. As he heads west, the Dockers will be hoping he can form an equally effective partnership with Sean Darcy, who has established himself as the Dockers' go-to ruckman over the past few years. While Jackson and Darcy averaged similar disposals, Darcy averaged 3 times as many hitouts, and almost twice as many clearances, a reflection of the distinct roles the two have played thus far. Darcy is clearly the Dockers' number 1 ruck, having almost 600 more hitouts than the next highest Rory Lobb last season. Darcy on average would spend 80% of his time on ground, and Lobb a whopping 97.6. While at Melbourne, Gawn led all ruckmen with 89%, with Jackson down at 73. Fremantle's dynamic was to sit Lobb forward most of the game, rucking only in very brief stints to provide cover, whereas at Melbourne, Jackson would spend considerably more time on the bench, coming on to rotate through the middle and the forward line. Jackson then shouldn't be seen as a direct replacement for Lobb, so expect the Dockers to rework this balance this year. Darcy himself is still only 24, so Freo will be hoping the two can establish a successful long-term partnership, which seems to be off to a good start from the insights Jackson has shared with afl.com.au.
I met with Sean a couple of times and we're both talking about how good it could potentially be. So I'm looking forward to getting to work with him and seeing how that looks. I think he'll be able to help me in that ruck area, and maybe I can help him in that ground level stuff and both complement each other's games. The coaches are pretty open to me playing across the whole ground, and I'm looking forward to seeing what that could look like.
Despite the hype, it's important to keep in mind Jackson has only played 2 full seasons of footy, a raw talent that is still developing. Those 2 seasons, however, have delivered a genuine highlights reel. So as he matures and spends more time on the field, it would seem the most exciting thing about Luke Jackson is everything we haven't seen yet. If you've got an aspect of your team you think we should take a look at this year, let us know in the comments and be sure to like, comment and subscribe for more footy content.